This is a Nappy Lady demonstration of the Charlie Banana Onesize pocket nappy. The Charlie Banana Onesize is a birth to potty nappy, so it fits from approximately 7 to 35 pounds, so it's very economical. You don't need to keep buying different sizes. Unlike other pocket nappies, you'll see on the front of the Charlie Banana that there aren't any poppers to adjust the length. There are only poppers to adjust the waist. How the Charlie Banana is altered is all on the inside. You see that the nappy is fully fleece lined, and this is really soft and is there to keep baby dry. And the pocket on the Charlie Banana is at the front of the nappy rather than at the back. So we just open up the inside pocket, and this is the latest version, the 2012 version of the Charlie Banana. And you'll see here on the side there's an adjustment that looks a bit like just a bra strap, and you've got one of those on either side. And this is so that you can adjust the length of the nappy. So over here, very simple to adjust. It literally just stretches out. So I'm just pulling it out from the inside to show you all the different settings there, and it goes from extra small, 2 small settings, 2 medium settings and 2 large settings. And unlike previous versions, it's actually got sort of the letters for the normal sizes rather than before it used to have numbers. This makes it a lot easier, because adjusting clothing you're a lot more used to using letters. So I'm just going to take it down to the extra small, and I'm literally just pulling it through just until we get the extra small size. There you go, inside the clip, and that's really pulled the elastic really tight at the leg. You can see it's really gathered. There we go. Let's just pop that all back in there, inside the nappy. I'm going to do the same on the other side as well. Pull it out to find the letter I want, extra small. The joy of this, it might seem a bit fiddly to start with that you're adjusting it down, but once you've done it, this is done. You don't need to adjust the inside elastic until baby grows, so there's no more sort of adjustment or poppering nappies down every time. You can see that's really pulled in the leg elastic really tightly, so it makes it really nice and snug for a small baby. To stuff the nappy, you need to put the inserts in. Comes with 2 inserts, the small insert and the larger insert. The small insert is to cover sizes extra small to small, and the larger insert to cover sizes large and the medium. If you do have a heavy wetter, once you're in the larger settings you can use both pads together, but this does make the Charlie Banana a lot bulkier. So to start with, I'm on the extra small setting, so I'm going to pop the pad inside. The tip here is when you stuff your Charlie Banana, if you stuff it with the tag to the front of the nappy, so just pop it in. Okay, just basically take it down to the back, and I sort of hold it with the other hand and pull the pad out. There we go, pull my hand up. Okay, so the pad's inside the nappy, and so to use the nappy, just fold over the front flap so that you can't see the inner pad. You can still put a paper liner in. If you'd like to use paper liners, the Bambinex paper liners really are the best fit because they're nice and narrow and fit inside neatly. So then once the nappy has been used, take off the soiled nappy, and before you put it in the bucket you need to pull this insert out. Very important when you pull it out, because if you put them into the bucket with the insert inside, they just don't wash properly. And this is why I said to leave the tab at the front, because now when you open the pocket up to take the insert out, you can pull it out via the tab, so you haven't got to touch the wet pad at all. It literally just comes back out. Very simple. Pop it back in there. So on the outside of the nappy, there are 8 popper settings along the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on each side there are 4 other poppers as well, sloping downwards. And the great thing about the Charlie Banana is it comes in popper fastening only, but unlike a lot of other nappies, there's actually an additional popper on one of the wings so you can cross the tabs over. This is so that you can make a really small nappy. Now when I fasten this nappy, I always fasten what's called the hip popper first. There's a nice fit on the leg, then the next popper slightly further in, and then just fasten the tab. And again on the other side, and I'm going to cross them over for a small baby, so do the hip popper, go to the waist popper, and now cross over. So this is the nappy in the extra small setting, so really nice and small. You can see the very tiny little leg holes. Really trim nappy. I'm going to alter the nappy into one of the small settings. Let me just pop. There we go. I can alter that without taking the pad out. Okay, so we just find the elastic. Yeah, and pop it out, then just slide it down to the next small setting. So you'd only be altering this elastic just occasionally as baby grows. Obviously in the first sort of 6 months you'll be doing most of the alterations. Once you get an older baby, you'll probably only be altering it every sort of three months plus really. Okay, so that's the nappy in the next section. So you see now that the leg holes slightly wider now, so we've gone up to the smaller setting. Now I'm going to change it over to the medium and large settings. So take the small pad out, find our elastic again. I'm going to go up to the smallest medium setting, and the same the other side. You can see how quick this is. I mean, it's very simple to do. The previous Charlie Bananas used to alter with poppers and found that a lot more fiddly, particularly for Dad, because the popper holes were quite small with the buttons, but too bad at all. So again, longer elastic isn't quite so stretched. And this time I'm going to put the medium to large booster inside. So again, I'm putting it in with the tab to the outside, so just pop it in, take your hand down to the end, hold the end of the nappy, pull your hand out, leaving the pad in. Go, that bit ready to pull the nappy out once it's been soiled. There we go, all of a sudden a lot longer nappy, and you can see it's really quite nice and trim between the legs. I'm going to pop this on now. I'm going to just do a couple of the poppers, and this time I'll set it in with the tabs not fitting, so you can see it fits a much bigger waist, and the leg holes are getting bigger as well. What I really like about this one is I often find that there's tall babies you really struggle, and while the Charlie Banana isn't the longest nappy, it is longer than a lot of others, so I'm going to take it right to the very biggest setting. Okay, so this is the second setting on the large. So on this setting the elastic isn't pulled in nearly as much. There we go. So the nappy is a lot longer, so if you do have a tall child, you're going to get a lot more wear out of this than some of the other nappies on the market. It's not the very longest. The very longest all-in-one I've found is still to be the Mio Solo, but this is a really good contender. It's a lot slimmer and narrower than the Mio Solo. With the adjustable elastic and all the settings, the nappy really is very adjustable. You've got about 7 settings in there for it to fit, whereas a lot of other pocket nappies that have the poppers, you're only going to have sort of 3 or 4. Really lovely nappy, very trim, very absorbent. The pads are made of microfiber, so again very quick drying. The pads do need quite a few pre-washes. I found that they were sort of hitting maximum absorbency after about 5 or 6 pre-washes. So pre-wash a couple of times and then you can start using the nappies, but change a bit more frequently until you're up to the full set. Very quick drying, a nappy perfect for childcare or reluctant nappy changes, because there really isn't very complicated. All they'd have to do is pop the nappy on and do up the poppers.